Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on a team looking to get into the win column, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bulldogs offense will get first crack at it here. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was two big things. I think, one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened the last time out.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. And now on second down for this offense. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Looks as if they might have a little something going on that drive, but they'll have to kick it. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. So Kentucky's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
And the Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Smith wants to throw. Pressure coming. Grabbed behind the line. It's Tolzien. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run it out of the shotgun. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Calls his own number, finding an escape route. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. He leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Smith dropping to pass. Fires to the wideout. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. Absolutely center cut. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Going right to work up top. Finds his big tight end. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
And the Bulldogs lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets...
Turning it on! They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Right back to the well. Got the 1st down and more. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Bulldogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They go to the ground. On the move at the 30. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside, defense.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. We've reached the break, and Kentucky is on top. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. First play of the period, 1st down here.
Here we go.
Running it to the right. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Trying the left side. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got the tight end. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be 1st and goal. And the Bulldogs started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. How about this on 1st and goal? The give to the wide receiver. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And it's almost as if the defense knew that jet sweep was coming. Great job getting penetration at the point of attack, and they were in the backfield, nowhere for the receiver to go.
Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. He is stopped short. That's the man they wanted to have the ball, but it'll be 4th down.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
They'll run it from the gun. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. The Wildcats line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on 3rd down expecting him to get the ball again.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. On the option. He'll toss it. Nice move to keep running. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. The Wildcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Off the play fake. Snagged out of the air. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. It's complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down.
No, and a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Smith wants to throw. Sends it downfield. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
They kick it away on 4th down. What a great job on that kick, bouncing it out of bounds inside the 10. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Here's the handoff. Oh, he's got some space. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Ball spotted at the 21. It's 1st down. To the ground with the back. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Second down, he'll throw it. Get it out on the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Illegal blocking back. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now on second down. Back to pass. He's got his man. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Give to the running back. At the 35, he's loose. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. He'll pull it on the read. It's a fumble. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll send the tight end in motion. Smith dropping to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understanding the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Catch in the middle, it's Leonard. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. DB's right up on the receivers. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. They'll immediately call timeout.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area we got to bow up. Nice job on first down stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This has been a disaster for the offense down close to the goal line. The first snap, they get sacked. The second snap, they're lucky it wasn't picked throwing that one into coverage. Here you go on 3rd down. You're going to have to throw for it. You better be careful. QB's got to make a good decision.
Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Going for 6. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Smashes it between the uprights. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Kansas is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Big J isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 13 over Wake Forest. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Here's the pressure. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. Safe completion on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He uncorks one deep. The pass is incomplete and 1 second is left. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Takes a hit as he fires. Oh, what a play, it's intercepted. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Man, if nothing else, a notable first half so far in Starkville. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Davis-Wade Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Mississippi State has it teed up, ready to go here in the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. He has the first and still on his feet. He's running free down the middle. Past the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wildcats.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. To the air on first down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Flushed out of the pocket. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. They'll leave it with him. There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. Power football with the run. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, the inside give. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. Trying to keep the drive alive. He'll have enough to give Mississippi State a first down.
And I got to be ready mentally and physically. Mentally, I got to know exactly where the sticks are. 4th and 2, can't dilly-dally around. Got to run physical, got to break tackles, got to go through people, whatever I need to do to get that 2 yards. Nice job running the football.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Now on 2nd and goal. Might be calling a hot route. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. You can't afford to squander these opportunities once you get into the red zone. Beck's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
3rd and goal, you're going to turn around and just give it to this guy who just has a nose for the end zone. He's able to find the crease and pay it off for his offense.
On to attempt the try. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. The lead has been sliced to a field goal, and now they'll try to answer. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Smith wants to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Tolzien. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game. But when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Gets the back moving. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Right on the money. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it, and that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
Good, wide open, big play opportunity. Hits him right between the numbers. You got to make that play. Those are one of those where I tap my helmet like, dude, that was me. That was all me. My bad. Give me another opportunity later on.
He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on him.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. They are backed up. Defense smelling blood as this drive starts at the 5. Leaves it with the running back. finds a little space. Ridden out of bounds at the 14-yard line, and that'll give them a bit more room to operate. And the Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass falls incomplete, and we played 3. If you like old-school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who've starred through the first 3 periods. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. Wants to return it. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it. Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They'll try the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. It's not there. Just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He's got it. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. He leaves it with his back. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The Bulldogs come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man in the middle. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. And the returner will be brought down. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tied game, hoping to get something on the board. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Motion from the wide receiver. This quarterback part of their running game. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, but he just decided to take off.
Smith dropping to pass. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Linebackers are so fast nowadays, so multiple. They can do so many different things. Not only do they play the run, but if I need you to go get a sack, I can just send one of those fast linebackers that can rush the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Right down the middle. Find space on the right. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
Nice job executing the 4-minute offense. You know, they practice this throughout the week, having a lead late in the game, running plays to just get enough to get first downs to stay on the field, and they are executing this 4-minute offense to perfection.
And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line getting set on 2nd down. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. Smith wants to throw. Oh, they're after him. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And you usually don't bring in dime packages for running teams. You bring in dime because you know they're going to throw the football. You got more speed on the back end to cover, and defensive linemen know they have their job to do. And their job is to go get that quarterback and get that sucker on the ground.
He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. The give to the left. Turning it on! How about those sweet twinkle toes-like moves as he gets to the 38?
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
That'll be enough to give Mississippi State a fresh set of downs. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Finds his tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Back to pass on 2nd down. Going for it all. And they can't quite hook up, trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. You got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Back to pass. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. From the gun, running back gets to give. He can't find enough room. Stopped at the 17, and it brings up a 4th down. A huge pressurized kick coming right now as this game hangs in the balance. Splits the uprights right down the middle. Guys, final minute of play, and we are all tied up.
That is a massive kick late here in the game to tie it up. And now, can your defense do their job and at minimum hold them scoreless here to put this thing into OT, or even better, can they get you the football back and give you an opportunity to win the game?
Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down, stop the clock, get some momentum going on offense.
Yeah, and good decision-making by the quarterback, too, right? You don't have to be greedy in this situation. Just take what the defense gives you and get yourself in position to win.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
4 quarters, not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football and finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, in the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
Here comes Kentucky after picking up that 1st down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The give on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
There was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front. And as a result, they lose yardage.
Staring at a 3rd and long here in this first overtime possession. From the gun, running back on the move. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. So they'll send out the field goal team to try to take the lead here in overtime. It is perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Down by 3, it's their turn here in overtime. A touchdown will win it. Here's 1st down. from the gun, the ground game. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Leaves it with the back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Now, when I'm in OT and I start to get in this territory, I gotta be thinking touchdown. Like, what are my plays that I can go to now? I ran the football. I showed a little bit of conservativeness. Now I got to take advantage of a shot out wide. What's my best go-to play in this situation?
And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
How about getting that big play on the ground here in OT? Great job up front by the offensive line. This has been a long, hard-fought, physical game, but these guys look like they could play for at least another couple of quarters.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's in! A game-winning touchdown in overtime! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called that one for free. Wait, I don't want to get carried away here, but it was a really fun